Hello and welcome to another episode of RHOX Garage. I'm your host Dan, and on today's crash course we're going to be taking a look at the differences between the LGT-399 and the LGT-699, which are our plug-and-play harnesses for the E-Z-Go RXV. Now before we get started, let's take a look at what comes with each kit, and then after that we'll go through the differences and the similarities between the two of them. When you open up your LGT-399, what you're going to find is the harness itself and also some zip ties to secure it in place. So now that we've got our LGT-399 spread out on the table a little bit, I'm just going to go through each of the different connectors and kind of explain what they do. So the white connectors go towards the front of the cart. These are your headlight connectors. Now these are not side specific. They both do the exact same thing, so it does not matter which side that these go to. Running down your harness a little more, you're going to find your push-pull switch, which is what you're going to use to activate both your headlights and your taillights. Going down towards the middle of the harness, you're going to find your positive and negative battery connections. And then at the back of the harness, or the rear of the harness, you're going to find your two red taillight connectors. Now, the longer lead for your taillight connectors is going to route to your passenger side. Now that we've gone through and taken a look at our LGT-399 basic harness, what we're going to do is we're going to jump in and take a look at our LGT-699, which is our plug-and-play deluxe harness. Now, just like the LGT-399, when you open up your LGT-699, you're going to find your harness and your zip ties to help secure it in place. Now that we've taken a look at what comes with it, let's go ahead and jump into it and see what the differences are between the LGT-399 and the LGT-699. Now, taking a look at our LGT-699, we're going to notice some similarities, but also a lot of major differences between the 699 and the 399. Now, at the beginning of our harness, we have our headlights. Now, these are marked specifically for driver and passenger side, so you're going to want to make sure that you follow those labels on your harness so that you don't get your turn signals messed up. Moving down your harness a little further, we have our push-pull switch, and also our 12-volt accessory connector. After that, we have our 9-pin connector, which we would use for our turn signal if we were installing a turn signal. We also have a few jumpers here that would be used for the applications that are on the labels. A little further down the harness, we have our horn connector, followed by our brake switch connector. And then after our brake switch connector, we have both our positive and negative connections for our battery. And then lastly, we have our red taillight connectors, and again, these are marked specifically for the driver and the passenger side, so you're going to want to make sure that you follow those labels when installing on your car. And now that we've taken a look at both the LGT-399 and the LGT-699 and some of the similarities and the differences between the two, that will better help you understand which harness you're going to need for your specific application. Thanks for watching this episode of RHOX Garage, and I'll see you next time.